Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. All right, I think we're good. I think we're doing great. I think we're doing wonderful, actually. Welcome. All right, tonight, the younger, more talented Bobby Flay is taking on one of our favorite Italian classics. We're doing a gnocchi, a braised short rib in a sauce, which is like a basic sauce. But usually for the drink, going. Got these new, I'm really proud of. Well, cutting board. We're going to be doing to drink start. I always do with the vodka soda with lemon here. Fat squeeze of lemon. We'll do a little or two. Do like a 1.5 for right. Cheers. Good stuff. First thing we're going to be doing is making the gnocchi, the gnocchis. Few ways. Gnocchi is basically a version of pasta. It's like a little dumpling. Typically, traditionally, authentically, they're made out of potato or like a cheese sort of mixture here. We are going to be doing a ricotta Parmesan gnocchi. Super, super easy. If you've never made pasta, this is one of the easiest pasta recipes, and it's very forgiving, unlike typical baking and typical pasta. Let's see here. So we're going to start with that. I guess actually what we're going to start with is getting our water going. Water here, we got to salt it. If you ever taken a cooking class or have made pasta, cooked pasta, if you aren't salting your water, it's your first mistake. And then how much salt is the question, right? I was trained for it to be almost as salty as the sea. if that makes sense. So we just added, we have like not too much water in here anyways. I might want to add just a little bit more, to be honest. The gnocchi dumplings will basically sink to the bottom, and when they're ready they'll float to the top, and that's when you know when to pull them. So we are going to get that going. The other thing, let's see here, we're doing is the braised short rib, right? So braised short rib takes 4 to 6 hours to get tender enough to actually eat and have a good time with. So I started this 4 to 6 hours ago, actually at noon, so 4.5 hours ago. So that's been braising in red wine, beef stock. There's aromatics of onion, celery, carrot, garlic. There's thyme, tarragon, salt, pepper. I think that's about it. Been cooking in that for about 4 hours. We're gonna take that out now, actually, and just set aside the short rib. The rest we don't really care about. We could make a sauce out of it, but we're going a different direction with our sauce. So not the biggest deal that nothing really comes of the excess here. What we want to do is like fish out the meat. I'm gonna put it on this guy over here. And then we're gonna kind of clump the meat, so to speak, and add it to the gnocchi kind of at the end here. It's a bigger piece. It looks like all the bones have fallen off, which is great, but makes it hard to find. All right, here's a bone. Bone with no meat. Love that. There was 4 pieces of this short rib in there. There's another one. It's kind of falling apart. Well, it's a good sign it's literally just dissolving off of the bone. One, two, three, 4. I got 4 bones. I just feel like there's more like meat pieces in here. We might strain this and just see what we can find in a little bit here. But I think for the most part, we got it all. All right. The mistake I make literally every single time is this has been in the oven for 4 hours, like I said, so you can't just fucking touch it. Here's our ricotta draining. All right. Set that aside for now. Set this guy aside for now. Those can just chill there. Alright, bring these back. Let's get our gnocchi going. Kind of just riffing on this recipe. We're going to do parm, egg, ricotta, flour, salt, pepper, a little lemon. I think that's really about it. Let's start with the eggs. Let's do our little transition. Of course, I get a shell in there. Lovely. All right, we're doing 2 eggs. We're doing about, it says about a cup, but I think I have like half a cup of parm. We're gonna compensate with ricotta. This is our ricotta here. It's been draining for about an hour just to reduce the water content. And yeah, it's about 15 ounces or so of ricotta there. Quick blitz of lemon juice, and then we're gonna do a little bit of zest. This again, just brightening everything. Cheese, lemon, pasta, like, can't go wrong. Alright, that looks great. Let's mix this and try to get it into some sort of a combined mixture here. And the other ingredient that you can use for this, well, I've never tried goat cheese. I've honestly always wanted to try goat cheese. I think that'd be really interesting. It has like great tanginess. I don't know if it has like the right consistency or chemical makeup to make a good like dumpling. But the other one is potato. You would just basically like cook the potato down, rice it, and then add flour. Only issue with potato is it takes 45 minutes, an hour to boil. Just don't want to deal with that. And then I love cheese. I love the ricotta. I love the flavor and the lightness that comes with it. We are also going to eventually, once we have these all like in their gnocchi shape, then we'll toast them, brown them briefly, make a sauce, and we'll get it all going. It's gonna be a good time. All right, quick moment to say cheers. Love that, love that. All right, bear with me, bear with me. I think we're doing all right. All right, next thing is the flour. We are using 00 double fine Italian flour. This is typical when making pasta. It's extra fine. It's gonna give it this kind of delicate softness that you're looking for. Gnocchi is gonna be these like little pillows and like clouds of fluffy cheese. It's like the talent comes from making sure they're not too dense and not too like light and fluffy that they just like fall apart when they're being boiled. And that's where the consistency we're trying to get to here. So we need to use about a cup, maybe a little bit less than a cup of flour here. And really we're just looking for this like dough-like consistency. So we're gonna just start with maybe a third, a quarter of the amount, get this mixture going. And then we'll keep adding to the dough here. All right, another third or so. And eventually we'll start using our hands here. This is obviously making so much gnocchi. Like I'm obviously not going to use all of this for little old me. Just eating by myself, you know. All right, just trying to bring it towards these edges to get the flour from the edge there. All right, we're doing more flour. Again, we have to kind of make up for my lack of parm. I think I'd have like half the amount of parm it was actually asking for. But again, this is like a forgiving recipe. We're gonna just keep adding until it starts looking right, you know. Once we're happy with it, we'll kind of shape it out here. Should also season this. No one's reminding me to season it. What's wrong with you guys? All right. We're gonna do our typical, actually I just got this new, look at this guy. Look how cute this guy is. All right, where are we at? This is a new little pepper mill, right? Just a cute little guy. Let's take this guy, get some fresh black pepper in there. And then we're gonna do a little bit of my favorite sodium hitter, the MSG, and then a little bit of salt as well. Again, we've salted our water, so that's gonna add crazy amount of flavor to it. Let's see here. Let's get this going, a little bit more flour. All right, I like what we're kind of working with here. Actually, this is a little too wet still. All right, this is looking great. Nice and like elasticy. It doesn't stick too much to the fingers. It has this great doughy look and texture. We're going to wipe down our station here. Get a few things cleaned up per usual. All right, our water's looking great. This out of the way, actually. Make sure I don't cut myself. All right, nice, dry, clean surface. Where we at? Okay. All right, little flour down for our station. We're getting a plate just to put our good to go gnocchis on. Let's start with like and really we just want to start rolling this out just like Play-Doh and a snake, right? It's super delicate, super soft. And these are going to be absolutely gorgeous. Try to get them as uniform as possible. I almost kind of like the ununiformity of it, like a little bit more rustic look to it. Look, it's forgiving. We're making pasta. We're making cheese pasta. What could be better than that, you know? Like cheese pasta, you kidding me? All right, we're gonna do a little test run. Look at this little pillow. This is a gorgeous little guy. Absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna test them in the pasta. Let's see, or in the hot water. I just want to make sure it's not like dissolving and falling apart on itself. See if we need to add more flour to it. It's looking great, honestly. It's kind of sunk to the bottom, but I think we are in good shape on our consistency, our texture. And then we'll get these on a floured plate. Again, once you've kind of sliced them, you've opened up that like doughy piece that needs a little bit more flour associated with it. Just want to make sure they're all like individualized, not sticking together. Should move this over here so you guys can see. All right, so those are looking good. Let's do another. Just want like a smaller amount. What's your little guy doing? Oh, he's floating. We're at the top here. Let's steal this guy out. Beautiful little, well, little dumpling, right? All right, this is a little test driver. Let's get this guy going again. Roll this delicate lad out. All right, looking good, looking good. All right, Bobby Flay, beat that, brother. These are looking great. See if I can fit all these on our plate here. The other thing about gnocchi is like, you want them to be light and fluffy, but they are like a heavy pasta. Like, this is probably going to be too much for me. It's just so filling, which is obviously great. Isabel, thank you. We met the goal, 10 followers. This is awesome. Thank you so much, Isabel. All right, look at these. Are these gorgeous? Look at these little pillows. All right, we ready for the water bath, the boiling point? We get these guys going? All right. Just gonna drop them in kind of one by one so they don't like stick together, hopefully. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. That's okay. We don't care about that. It's gonna be so sexy at the end here. Let's give this a little swirl. Encourage them to be individuals. Alright, they're looking great. Let me turn our heat up a bit so we keep the boiling point there. I haven't made gnocchi in years, but I think I still got it. Guys. All right, couple more, quick little swirl. All right, we're gonna give these 2 to 5 minutes to kind of finish up, float to our top. Clean up our plate and our area. I made way too much gnocchi dough, guys. Kind of insane. Like way too much. That's okay. All right, so this is gonna be our plate for the finished dumplings once they've all risen to the top. We do want to oil our plate. Just a little bit. This is olive oil. We use olive oil because we want the flavor of it. All right, these are starting to get floaty while they're finishing. We're cleaning up our spot. right. If you've been in the stream before, you know we have OCD about cooking or cleaning as we go. All right, we're clean. This is looking great. Just a quick wipe down. And then let's talk about what we're doing next. All right, this is looking absolutely great. Let's get our... Oh! Is no one yelling at me that we're overflowing? Guys, these look insane. A little large. They're kind of large lads, if anything, but we can maybe cut them in half here. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. Now we do want to cool these down as quick as possible to stop the cooking of them. So we are going to pop them in the fridge. Come on. All is well. Okay. Can't believe none of you told me that we were about to boil over. Alright. Let's see here. How do we straighten this guy? What are we doing? What are we doing? Alright. Look at that transition. We're the real deal over here. Alright. A moment to cheers. Hope you guys are drinking with me. Okay, our gnocchi are done. How quick and easy was that? What time are we at? 20 minutes here? I don't even know. Where do I look for the time? 28 minutes. Wow. Super quick. Letting those chill. The next step will be to brown those, basically like toast them, give them just a nice little touch, a nice little kiss of heat. That will be great. And then we need the sauce. The sauce is everything to me. If you guys have been here, you know that everything comes down to the sauce. It's all about the vehicle for the sauce. And I thought we'd go traditional, nothing too crazy. We already have our braised beef short rib. I think what's going to go well with that is going to be this Pomodoro sauce, right? This tomato-based, very flavorful. It's just this like smack of tomato in your face. I absolutely love it. And we're going to do some pretty cool things to build this up into what it needs to be. A few things. We're going to start with our basics. A little garlic, a little onion. We're going to saute that. We're going to bring in some French technique here in a moment. So let's get that going next. All right, so let's see here. I think we're gonna do about half an onion. Nothing insane. And really, like, our cut doesn't need to be all that over the top and consistent. We're going to be doing this technique that I use all of the time, where we're going to blend this sauce at the end and strain it. So this is really just going to be for the initial flavor. We'll blend it to release more flavor from the onion, garlic, etc. Strain it so it has this like refined feel to it, so it's not this like chunky ass sauce. Like, come on, we're better than that, right? We're better than that. All right, so this is looking great. Let's get our pan going here. We also are going to be using beef fat that I rendered down from the short rib, right? So this is basically beef tallow. You add heat to it, it turns into the liquid form. You refrigerate it and it returns back to the solid form. Basic chemistry, but we are going to use just a good little hitter of the beef tallow. And again, this is just the depth of flavor. We're using the fat that came from the beef to create the basis of our sauce. It's just all coming back together, right? It's all going back to the basis of flavor. And this is our first kind of level or layer of flavor. So a little bit of that. I feel like I don't shut up about this, but we are also going to add our canola or vegetable oil to bring up the smoke point on this one. So we got enough onion going. Let's get our garlic going. We're going to be even lazier with the garlic. What are we thinking? 4 cloves, maybe 5? Oh, this is making such a mess already. All right. Alright, one more. We're just going to do a very basic, get the kind of stem piece off of each of these. And look, this is nothing crazy. We're not doing anything out of the ordinary. No like crazy ingredient, some like insane flavor. You're trying to rebalance your dish to kind of meet that. This is just the most basic garlic, onion, tomato, herb. It's going to be phenomenal. Alright, we're going to do just a quick rough chop. Nothing crazy. All right. All right, let's do this. Let's get some of our onion going. And the garlic, we don't care about timing. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of thyme, the rest of our thyme actually. Alright, I haven't seasoned this yet, so we're gonna do, per usual, MSG, pepper, salt hitter, and we're just gonna saute this till it comes down a little bit. Alright, this is already smelling insane. And we're gonna clean up real quick per usual. Alright, that's looking great. Let's get a look at these guys. Alright, we're getting some color. Heat's a little high. This is where the French technique comes into place. Tomato paste in the squeeze tube. This is the only way to get it. Don't ever buy it in the can. Like, what are you doing? This is the first time you've seen someone cook this dish? Thank you. Have you ever eaten this dish, Isabella? Are you familiar with gnocchi? I'm sure you are. What you might not be familiar with is how we are elevating this. So I learned this again from Chef Tracy Green, the college kind of level course that I took way back when. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the tomato paste and we're almost going to burn it. This is going to add this like crazy depth of flavor. We get the tomato hit. We get this like rustic layer. And then we're also going to eventually be adding tomato sauce. So it's going to be developing this like layered tomato flavor. And I think we're about ready to add this here. So I've done this in a few ways. What is this? I think the best way to kind of get this going at first, let's get all of our aromatics on one side. Come on, stay over there. Okay. We're going to add our tomato paste. And we're going to let it sit here. I'm going to kind of tilt the pan, hopefully make some of this oil go towards that. Let's hit some more of this beef fat in here. Like, why not, right? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright. And we're just going to let this kind of cook down. In a moment, I'm going to mix it all together. But the real goal is to let this like darken, let this brown, let the fond on the bottom of this pan really develop. And then if you have any cooking background, I can guarantee you can guess what we'll do next here. But let's give this a couple moments. I almost want to like take the onion piece off the heat and like leave the tomato. Can you see how it's already browning? This is exactly what we're looking for. First it will reduce the water content and then it will start browning. We're going to reduce our heat just a touch. We don't want to overdo it. But yeah, we're out here. We're cooking. We're having a great time. Alright, well that's going, or doing its thing. One of the last things I want to chop up here are going to be just some fresh chives. And this is going to help finish or just be one of our finishing parts of the dish. I absolutely love chives. Give me 1 second here. Let's start mixing this about actually. Alright, that looks great. So one of the things I love about chives, it's like green onion, right? Like green onion topper to any dish looks great. It's a great addition, not only flavor but aesthetically. But the green onion's too big. The rounds or circles that you would cut off are just too big. They're not refined. They don't look sexy, for lack of a better word. So that's where chives come in. We're just going to do a fine chop on these. Alright, you guys see that? We're still red. We aren't burning yet. We're getting there though. Alright, I think that's enough chive. Let's look at our color on here. You can see some of the black bits on here. I think I'm happy with that. You can smell this. It smells absolutely insane. A little transition because we are top notch. Alright. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, where is my metal or my wooden spoon? See these bits at the bottom of the pan? This is fond. This is what we want to scrape off the bottom with a wooden spoon and just make sure it develops into our deglazed sauce here. This is looking absolutely gorgeous. The bottom of the pan is clear now, see? And that's all you want to do. Alright, so we burnt our tomato, we deglazed the bottom of the pan, we got all the fond off the bottom, which is going to just develop into the sauce and release its flavors into the sauce. Any guesses on what we're doing next? No guesses, totally fair. Next thing to do is reduce. We're going to reduce. I'm going to add a little bit of tomato or like your basic tomato sauce to this once it comes up to temp. Put all this flour all over me. Once we've done that, then we're going to blitz this. We're going to blend it with the immersion blender. We're going to strain it, and then we're going to continue to reduce. I think now we can add a knob of butter. My favorite measurement of butter is called a knob. Alright, just a thick knob. Drop that bad boy in here. It's looking great. Alright. All right, once this comes up to heat and starts bubbling a little bit, we'll add our tomato. Alright, we're bubbling. Our first taste, just to see where we're at on seasoning. Wow, wow. I hate that I'm so good at getting the seasoning going. Like, that is on point. We still need to reduce more. Let's add our tomato. That is already tasting phenomenal. And again, we're just eyeballing this. That looks good. There's a fair amount. We got some chunks in there. That's what I was looking for. Alright, we're doing great. We're doing great. We're getting prepped, but we're doing great. Alright, this is what we're going to strain into later. Let's give this guy another mix now that we're up to heat. Alright, are you guys ready for round two? I think we might be. Where are we at here? All right, for those of you drinking with me, we're doing a second round. We got our end of the lemon. I always cut the ends off to give the squirt a little squeeze. I just love like lemon or lime juice in the drink. Guy's looking great. I made these like round sphere ice spheres, and when I dumped them out, they all shattered. So I'm gonna grab a shattered piece. You got like a top of a sphere. It's all good. All right. Just do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And some bubbles. This is looking great. Cheers there. Cheers there. Look at our sauce. We're bubbling. This is all looking great. Alright, we're going to continue to let that reduce. Let's get this guy kind of prepped and ready. This is where we are going to toast or brown or heat up the gnocchi. So we'll oil that there. And then I kind of want to get this blitzed. I think we're, let me get another taste on this guy. Because we're going to continue reducing once it's blitzed. just tastes so good. Let's continue to adjust. All right, let's get this guy blitzed. So we want to remove all the thyme because that is not going to blend well. Should be an easy adjustment or easy removal. Where you at? Where you at? There's another one. Long lad. All right. What else we got in here? Did you hear the cat just run by? Here, I'll grab the cat here in a second. Oh, here's one small one. I think we got about all the time. I don't think it's going to be an issue. All right, really quickly. Come say hi. Leo the cat. This is Leon. Oh, why are you grabbing me? Say hi. You saying hi to everyone? What are we cooking? Do you like the tomato? Does it smell good? You think it smells good? Do you want some later? Want me to make you a small dish? What's going on over here? Good times. Right? Cute little kitty, right? Alright, we got our timeout. Nice little timeout. Love that. Alright. We're going to turn our oven back on 350 just to kind of reheat and bring up to like a warm temperature of our beef short rib. But now we're going to blitz. This is the immersion blender. Things are about to get messy. It's going to get shit everywhere. So I warn you now, but yeah, bear with me. Got a little, we'll start with low. The trick is to kind of pulse first. Oh man. I'm getting soaked. Oh man, guys. All right. I think the blitz went well. I just like burned myself like 1,000 small times. Whoa. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just got absolutely lit up. Oh. All right, yeah. Small tomato sauce, literally small amount everywhere. Let's clean what we can. Alright, looking absolutely gorgeous so far, but it is looking like a little thick in a way that I don't like. So we are going to strain this, and hopefully I don't make a mess. Can you guys all see this? Alright, this is what we call a chinois. It's just a fancy mesh strainer, and this is going to catch everything. Literally, only liquids are going to come through this. So this is like my favorite strainer of all time. Pour this bad boy through it. Oh. And then let this guy strain out. And the reason we do this is we want this like flavor blast of the onion, of the garlic, of the tomato. but I don't want chunks of it in my sauce. Like, I want that flavor, but I want this refined, very like sleek, simple, gorgeous sauce. And this is the way to do it. All right, so we're still draining this out, straining, draining. Kind of help it out with the fork, so it's not, the chunks aren't getting all like clogging up the mesh. And then we're gonna just start reducing this. Let's actually add it over the heat here. Low temp. Can you see it dripping? And the coloring on this camera is absolutely terrible, but this is like this absolutely gorgeous, like red, orange, liquid sauce. Like, I'm so in love with this. All right. Let it drip out a couple more times. Let's see what we're doing. Turn our heater on over here, get this guy ready. In the blender, I would, no, that's so fair. My only like rebuttal to that is it's so much effort and cleanup to do the whole blender. But you're right, it would like not splatter everywhere. So fair point, fair point. But we're making gnocchi with braised beef short rib. Let's give a quick little shot at these guys. These guys are about to go back in the oven, just to get. I'm so bad at like showing where they're at. Get back up to temp, and then the gnocchi is gonna have this crazy Pomodoro tomato sauce is kind of what we're going with here. Hopefully it all comes out and turns out and looks well. I haven't made gnocchi in years, and I did make this sauce maybe a month ago, and it was absolutely phenomenal. So that's where that kind of inspiration came from. All right, let's actually add another knob, my favorite unit of measurement. Put this guy away. And again, the goal is to reduce here. So this will eventually become this like very thick and flavorful liquid. Like right now it's like super liquidy. So in about 10 minutes or so, this is gonna be like a thick, absolutely gorgeous tomato sauce. Let's see where we're at flavor-wise. Hazel, do you cook? Wow, god damn it. I hate that I'm like, this tastes perfect already, like, but it does. It absolutely does. A moment to cheers for all those who practice. Love that, Hazel. Me too, me too. Checking on the gnocchi, these are looking great. We'll finish those off here in a moment. Hazel, thank you for the follow. I love it. Appreciate it. Cheers to everyone, once again. All right, this is Rip Roarin'. All right, forgive me, I'm about to just clean up a little bit more. But yeah. while all of that is finishing up, let's get our braised beef kind of figured out here. So this has just been like, again, braising for the last 4.5, 5 hours. And we're just gonna peel it off the bone here a little bit. My like vision for this dish is gonna be this like bowl of gnocchi, right, with the sauce. And then we're gonna have like little pieces of this braised beef short rib on it. There's gonna be the chive on top, along with this like thick slices of parm. So that's what we're hoping for and going for, and what it should look like here at the end. We're just gonna break all of this kind of down and away from the bone into some manageable pieces. And then the psychopath that I am, I save all these bones and then we make stock out of them later. So let's actually get a new turn this guy down. It smells so good. Alright, I almost don't want the rack on here. Let's unrack them. Alright. Just gonna kind of break it up into somewhat like manageable pieces. Nothing too small, but like, God, this just falls apart. Alright, that looks great. Let's hit it with some olive oil just to crisp. And we're not doing anything hot here. We're doing 350 in the oven. It's already warm still, like it's already kind of hot to touch. And what we'll do is we'll just hit that back in the oven real quick here in a moment, once this continues to reduce more. I'm just still a little bit liquidy, so it's all good. No worries, I definitely post the videos later, Isabel, on my YouTube. I hate to say it. Yeah, it'll be up and out there and saved on the Twitch channel. Carajillo. What's a carajillo? Bones are good for stock. I agree. I agree. See how this guy's doing. Alright, let's get our gnocchi out here. Nice and individualized. They're kind of weird looking, I won't lie. They're all kind of not uniform, which I'm okay with. Like, I want it to be this like rustic, weird look, not this like very uniform. I do want to cut some of these in half so they are more bite-sized and not like this mouthful of dumpling. But other than that, these are looking great. And we'll get a little brown, a little toast, a little Maillard reaction on them going. Alright. Just kind of toss them in the oil here, which you guys can't see me doing, which is fine. Carajillo is a shot of espresso. Interesting, interesting. Is that what you're drinking, Hazel? Cheers with Carajillo. It must be what you're drinking. Espresso at night. I would be up literally until midnight. I guess that's not that late, but I'm someone who goes to bed uncommonly early. All right, let's give this another taste test. just to make sure we're still there and not getting off balance. Love that, love that. And I also love this sauce. This is turning out great. All right, we're gonna turn up our heat here. We got our oil going. Let's pop these guys in the oven. Let's get a timer. What time are we at? 36 after, so like probably 2 to 5 minutes. So we really don't want them to like lose their tenderness and moistness. Is this hot yet? Not yet, not yet. Oh. All right, we're coming together. We are coming together. Let's get some plating ready. All right, perfect. Let's try a tester. Love it. All right, turn the heat down just a touch. All right, we don't want to crowd the plate too much. Kind of separate these out a little bit. It's starting to look gorgeous. So gnocchi is typically done one of two ways. Potato is like, I think, the most traditional. The other way is with a cheese of some sort. We did ricotta Parmesan, so no potato at all. I love the ricotta Parmesan version. It really browns really well. And then it adds this like really light, fluffy, beautiful lightness to these like pillows, right? So I'm really excited about these. Still need more time. Let's check in to see if we're browning at all. Not yet. Keep those going. Our heat's fine. Our heat's fine. So yeah, we did the cheese gnocchi, but you're right. Typically, it is it can be a potato. The first time I've ever made these was with potato. Still great, still awesome. The caveat is you have to like boil the potatoes for the 30 minutes or so. Whereas the cheese, you just throw it into the dough mixture there. But other than that, you're spot on. All right, let's give these guys a look. I just don't want to like overdo them, right? And I think they're gonna brown like almost like instantaneously. Let's add a few more in here just because it doesn't look like enough for the dish. Let's see where we can keep adding. All right, I think that looks good. I think we're okay with that. That should be enough for a good mouthfeel. All right, 34. Did I say 34 or 36 after for the meat? You know, I might just turn the heat off and let it just chill for the rest of that. I keep tasting this, but it tastes so good. There might not be enough left. All right. Just a little shake to make sure they're still browning. There's oil under them and they didn't get like kind of stuck to the bottom. All right, we're doing well. We're doing well. what did you guys have for dinner? Anything fun, wild, exciting? Maybe it's a little too early for dinner, but hopefully you guys are having something good. Alright. Still need more time, which is totally fair, totally normal. We don't want to like scorch these. We want to just to like come up to that brown, that nice little toast. And again, it's going to help with our timing on the sauce here, because it still needs to reduce. But it's looking great, and it's tasting great. I'm super excited. I'm worried this bowl isn't going to be deep enough, and if you've been here before, you know that I struggle with plating. So we might try a different bowl. The other one I have is like this guy, which like encourages like a smaller look. I don't know, it looks a little bit more refined, but I'm worried it's gonna be tough to get like everything in there. We'll see. We'll make a game time decision here at the end. Gourmet burger, gorgonzola, and jelly of bacon. Interesting. I am all about that. I had burger last night. Wasn't gourmet, but it was still delicious. Gorgonzola is a tough one for me. Was it like super overpowering, or was it a good amount? Because sometimes like just a little too much might throw it off for me. All right, we got a nice little. I don't know if you guys can see. Where am I going? Where am I going? This camera fucking sucks. All right. Yeah, let's flip these guys. These are looking toasty and gorgeous. At least the ones we kind of started there with. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, time to flip for sure. All right, bear with me as I flip literally 27 individual gnocchis here. Color's looking perfect though. Like, we did a good job, guys. We're doing a great job on this. This guy could use a little bit more color, maybe flip that guy back over. This guy was good, yeah. Same with that guy. That's looking great. Come on. Struggling with this guy. Alright, looking good. Distribute the oil everywhere. Alright, that's looking great. Can you see the color on those? A little bit, maybe. Again, this camera fucking sucks. I apologize. But yeah, nice toast on those. We're going to flip it on the other side. We've already done that, actually. And then we'll get a good toast on the other side. And we'll add this sauce that we have actually reduced the perfect amount. No more needed there. So that's looking great. Again, this camera makes it look like this like black. I don't know the best way to show this to you. Alright. It's funny, this other camera, I think, stills. No, it looks a little bit more accurate. But it's this like absolutely gorgeous, rusty red, insanely flavorful sauce. So we're good there. Perfect amount of blue cheese. Bacon, jelly, caramelized onions. Oh my god, I can't even get over that. One of my favorite things to make is like braised pork belly. And then it just like slices and turns into like the most like delicious form of pork you've ever had in your entire life. And it's not bacon, mind you. Like, it's not cured. It's just like this thick slab of pork belly. Oh my god. Absolutely my favorite. Also, the best way to cook it for me, at least that I've done, is like a sous vide, a 24-hour sous vide at like, I want to say 145, maybe a little bit higher, and then let it cool and like come to room temperature so the fat little solidifies and you can slice it really well. So insanely good. So insanely good. One of these days we'll make it on stream here. All right, let's take a look at the other side of these, see how we're toasting. All right, a couple more minutes. Bear with me, bear with me. All in all, looking great. Oh, I love this. Absolutely love this. Couple more minutes here, and then we're gonna give those another toss, get them just like all circulated. Add the sauce here, maybe add a little butter, and then plate, and we'll be in good shape. All right, let's see what these are looking like on the other side. I think they're looking good. Yeah, we got some good color. At least on some of these, most of these. All right, let's give this a nice little toss in the oil. Keep them circulating. My only concern is like, do I have too much oil in here to add the sauce? I might. I lost one guy. I lost two guys. All right. Drain the oil out. These guys are looking great. Let's turn our heat up. Oh, lost a third guy. God damn it. All right. Turn our heat up. Get this guy good and going. We're gonna add our sauce here in a moment. And really, we just want to coat this. This is hot. We just want this to coat and start just absorbing these flavors, right? Let's take our beef out. Oh. Looking absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to keep reducing this. I want it to be a little bit thicker, just coat everything a little bit more. I think we got to use the smaller plate if I'm being honest here. Taking this off the heat. All right, let's plate this up. I think it's time. You guys ready? Alright, we're gonna add just a touch more sauce. So I'm a big sauce guy. Alright, I want to do these like thick strips of parm here. There's a good one. I think 2 might be a good amount. Kind of break these in pieces. Alright, can you guys see this? Let's grab some of this beef. Again, not in love with the plating already, but that's just me. I suck at plating. Go with that. And we're gonna call it a day. So we have our braised beef, we have our gnocchi, we have our Pomodoro sauce, which is just like absolutely flavor packed and reduced. And then these little pillows of fluffy ricotta dumplings, basically. I'm excited. It could look better. Ugh. I need someone to teach me how to plate. Hazel, maybe you can teach me next time. But this is a lot of fun. I appreciate everyone that came out. We're going to try to stream tomorrow as well. I'm thinking about doing just like a fried chicken sandwich. Also going to try and make the bun. I suck at baking, so if you want to see me fail at that, maybe come hang out tomorrow. But no, this has been great. Hazel, you're great. Isabel, thanks for coming and joining. Everyone else who was here. I'm going to eat. It's always going to taste good, right? I'm not going to sit here and eat and like, oh my God, it's so good. It's going to taste good. But no, I appreciate all of you. Until next time, we out. If this wants to...